Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I am going to talk about using your planner for meal planning when you have no idea what to cook. Using your planner can help streamline your meal preparation and reduce the stress of daily decisions. In this video, I'm going to give you 14 tips on how you can use your planner for meal planning. If you're new here, hello. My name is Tonya, and I make videos on practical and functional planning. I hope you will support my channel by hitting the like and subscribe button. It probably goes without saying that using your planner for meal planning can have numerous benefits. When you plan your meals, it takes the decision making out of what you're going to eat each day. It also helps you control what you eat, and in return, it can help you lose weight and feel healthier. So tip number one for meal planning in your planner is select a meal planning section in your planner. You can allocate a section in your planner for meal planning. You can save money with this binder using discount promo code TanyaPlans20. It's available at TanyaPlans.com. So here's my tab divider for meals, and I'm just going to put this tab in my planner. So now that we have a section for meals, that leads us to tip number 2, which is to decide on a weekly or monthly meal plan. So with this tip, decide whether you want to plan meals on a weekly or a monthly basis. A weekly plan provides more flexibility, while a monthly plan allows you to see the bigger picture. So one advantage to planning weekly is that you can constantly reassess your taste and figure out what you want to eat. But a drawback to planning for meals weekly is that it may feel like it's something that you constantly have to do. Whereas if you plan on a monthly basis, you can kind of just plan for meals one time, and that's your plan for the month, and you kind of don't have to worry about it again until it's time to meal plan again. So tip number 3 is to assess your schedule. So take a look at your week or your month ahead. Note the hours that you work, your social commitments, and any events that might impact your meals. This helps you determine how much time you have for cooking on different days. Tip number 4 is to create a list of go-to meals. So I'm going to go to my meals section here and show you a list of go-to meals that I am going to use. So the idea of this tip is to compile a list of your favorite meals that are quick and easy to prepare. Include options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are your go-to meals for days when you're unsure of what to cook. So here's an example of how your go-to meals list could look. What I did was, when I was coming up with my go-to meals list, I tried to think of things that my family has complimented me on. Now I must admit, cooking isn't my strongest point. So when my family compliments me on a certain meal, that's what helped me decide what will go on this list. So some of our go-to meals that I know my family will enjoy is salmon, chicken pot pie, shrimp fried rice, homemade pizza, pork chop made with shake and bake, broiled tilapia, spaghetti, riblets, turkey burgers, chili, salmon cakes, and adobo chicken. So tip number 5 is to have theme nights. So designate a specific theme night to simplify your meal planning. For example, you can have pasta night or salad night or meatless Monday or leftovers night. So here's an example of where I put down meals at the bottom of each day on my weekly spread. I used to work with a lady at work where she would do Taco Tuesdays. Themes provide a starting point for your meal ideas. Tip number 6 is quick and simple recipes. Include a list of quick and simple recipes that you can turn to when you're short on time. These should require minimal ingredients and preparation. When I used to work in the office, I now work from home. I used to attend Weight Watchers meetings at work once a week. There was one meal that kept coming up over and over again that they claimed was really simple to prepare and tasty. And that was taking a chicken breast, putting it in a slow cooker, and pouring salsa over top of it. It was a low points Weight Watchers meal, and a lot of people in the Weight Watchers meeting tried it and they said they loved it. So that would be an example of a quick and simple meal. Tip number 7 is to do an ingredient inventory. Regularly check your pantry, your refrigerator, and your freezer to see what ingredients you have on hand. Incorporate these ingredients into your meal planning to avoid waste. Tip number 8 is meal idea sources. Find inspiration from various sources. When you have no idea what to prepare, you can find inspiration from various sources, including cookbooks, food blogs, social media, and recipe apps. Collect new recipes and meal ideas that you like to try and include it in your meals section in your planner. Tip number 9 is variety. Ensure your meal plan includes a variety of options, like a variety of proteins, a variety of vegetables, and cuisines to help keep things interesting. So another example of this, and I hate to keep bringing up Weight Watchers, but I've attended a lot of Weight Watchers sessions, so that's why I bring it up. They encouraged us to what's called build a meal. So you would start with a protein like a meat, and if you're vegetarian, you would start with a meatless protein like beans or something like that. So the idea of this was you would start with your protein and then just layer on a vegetable and layer on a starch. So that kept meal planning simple, but also allowed you to switch out and have variety. But oftentimes we talked in the meeting about people tend to eat the same things over and over again. And a lot of times people will overcomplicate meal planning because they're trying to do these elaborate meal plans. If you really start to think about the things that you eat over a period of time, most people will find that they eat similar things over and over again. When I think about that, that's true for me. I really tend to eat the same things over and over again. And if we just take a moment and think about what we typically eat, it makes meal planning a lot easier because you can start with planning to do those meals. So tip number 10 is fill in the blank. Start filling in your meal plan with specific meals. You can choose to plan all your meals or just dinner, depending on your needs. If you're unsure about a particular day, use your go-to meals list or your theme nights as placeholders. So what I recommend is if you're new at meal planning, just start with planning one meal, and that way it won't seem overwhelming, because to plan all your meals might seem like too much at first. So just start with planning one meal, like I did here where I just planned dinner. So tip number 11 is shopping list. As you plan each meal, create a shopping list of the ingredients you need to purchase. There's nothing more frustrating than beginning to prepare a meal and then realizing that you're out of an important ingredient. Honestly, I do a lot of my shopping online and have it delivered. It's just a big time saver, and plus it helps save money because I don't walk in the store and do impulse buying. So if you're physically shopping in the store, I do think it's beneficial to organize your shopping list by the areas in the store. That way when you go over to, for example, the produce section, you can get all of your produce and all of its section there on your shopping list together, as opposed to having a list where everything is everywhere and it's causing you to zigzag back and forth across the store. Tip number 12 is batch cooking and prep, and I kind of touched on this in a previous tip. If you have time, consider batch cooking and preparing ingredients in advance. For example, you can cook a batch of rice, grilled chicken, or chopped vegetables for the week. Tip number 13 is staying open to change. Be flexible with your meal plan. If you change your mind or you have an unexpected event, it's okay to swap meals or shift your plan around. Tip number 14 and our last tip is to reflect and adjust. After a week or a month of meal planning, reflect on what worked and what didn't work. Adjust your approach as needed to make the process more efficient and enjoyable. Having a plan in place can make it easier to prepare meals and to reduce the likelihood of resorting to unhealthy and expensive takeout options. Please leave me a message in the comments and let me know if you actually do meal planning in your planner. I love it when you guys leave comments, and I make an effort to reply to each one. And before I leave, I just want to quickly show you a new binder that we have in the shop. This is the Nico binder. It is black leather. This is the first time that I ever offered a zipper planner in my shop. And how this binder is different from most planners on the market is that it is wrapped in a leather, which makes the planner more sturdy and structured. It still opens lying flat. It has lots of room for organization, has a zipper, it has card slots, a clear card slot here, has pockets in the back, 2 elasticized pin loops. I hope that you'll love it. It comes in both the classic and the compact size. I hope you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to hit the like button. This is Tonya, helping you feel more organized so this can be your best year yet.